In Venezuela, America captured President Maduro. In Libya, Gaddafi was executed after ditching the US dollar. In Iraq, Saddam Hussein was wiped out for his oil reserves. In Vietnam, President Diem and his brother were executed for politics far from home. In Iran, Mohammad Mossadegh was ousted for nationalizing oil. In Guatemala, President Arbenz was removed for imposing taxes on American farms. In Congo, Prime Minister Lumumba was executed for nationalizing uranium. In Cuba, Che Guevara was captured and executed for his socialist policies. In Afghanistan, the US trained locals to fight Russians until locals became the enemies. In Chile, President Salvador was overthrown for nationalizing copper. In Ghana, President Kwame was exiled for cutting off western banks. In Grenada, General Hudson was captured and given a life sentence for aligning with Russia. Is America still the hero, or just the most powerful villain? In Venezuela,
which is the answer to that, which the answer to that is self-explanatory. America is the ultimate villain, the big bad, the biggest bad in the planet Earth. With that being said, Shalom, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Makakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and a few sisters that's out there. Onto the life foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. It's going to be a quick one through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, and only our brothers that edify. Through the spirit. And yeah, all that, I hate when he does that. This was a interesting one too. All that was stated, that's throughout history, and showing that if you believe that this place has been a great place, you have been in the wrong side of history. You have been in the wrong side of history. And the only reason why you will believe that this is such a great place is because you under the delusion of America. Matter of fact, I should just go to that one instead. Real quick, wait, you know what? Let me get these two out the way first. Proverbs 17 and 13. It says, well, not Proverbs 17. It's Psalm 17 and 13. It says, arise, Slakia. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him. Cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the wicked is the Lord's sword. And Esau is nothing but an instrument, a tool. All right, we was going over that at the sit down tonight. How much of a tool that Esau is. So that tool has brought nothing but chaos throughout the four corners of the earth. All right. Jeremiah 15:23. How is the hammer of the earth? Sorry. How is that hammer of the whole earth cut asunder? Who is using that hammer? Once again, America, Babylon the Great, has been a tool for the Lord. The Lord has been using America to beat down everybody else. All right. It says, and broken. How is Babylon become the desolation among nations? And because what's the key? Babylon. And who runs Babylon? Psalms 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed. So America is a synonymous with Edom. Edom is synonymous with Babylon. All right, that's why when you go to since I am in Jeremiah 49. Yeah. Hold on. It says it twice. That's why I want to get it. It is 49, right? Yeah, it's 49. Well, let me see if I can find it real quick. Right. I believe it's this one. Jeremiah 49:20, right? Therefore hear the words of the Lord that he have taken against Edom, and his purpose that he have purpose against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their inhabitation desolate with them. Now you go, I believe you go Jeremiah 50. Not too sure. It should be around the same area. Like yeah, Jeremiah 50. Is it? Right, 45. Hear the word. This is, you can't make this up. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Babylon, and his purpose that he have purpose against the land of the Chaldees. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their inhabitation desolate with them. Why is it written in Jeremiah 49 when it's speaking of Esau Edom? And why is it speaking of Jeremiah 50 and 45 when it's speaking of Esau, Babylon the Great? Because Babylon and Esau is synonymous, it's together. All right. So the king of Babylon is Esau, Edom, even the small hatters. So the least of the flock is saying that America is great, is Babylon the Great. All right. Even the small hatters who's using this place, saying that Babylon the Great is Edom. All right. When they say Adam, well, how about it? How about they say? Okay. So it proves that they know exactly who's who and what's what. All right. And it says the exact same thing. So Babylon the Great is going to be drawn into that war in the Middle East because of the small hat wearers. And they are the hammer of the world. They are the tool of the Lord's um, woodshed. All right. It says it right here, Jeremiah 51:7. It says, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand and made all the earth drunken. So the cup in the Lord's hand is what I mean. The Lord's controlling. Yahweh is controlling this. Okay. It says, the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Then when you go to, let me use this one, Revelation, well, actually, I believe it's 18. 18 and 5, I believe. 4, no, 5. Like, yeah, I just want to get to the point. Three, Revelation 18:3. For all the nations have drunken of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. So America has been the golden cup that the Lord allowed to give all to the nations to be spiritually fornicating with America. Business deals, however you wanted, sexual deviation, however you want to talk about. Everybody's been laying down with this whore. Okay, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication, spiritual fornication, physical fornication, which is spiritual, with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through her abundance of her delicacy. And going in Revelation 17 and 6. And I saw the woman, which is America, drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. Who are the saints? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the biblical Israelites. You are the saints of the Most High. All right, according to scriptures, Psalms 55, Psalms 148. Hold on. I haven't read it in a while. Psalms 148. 14. It says, He also exalt the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord. So the saints of the Most High is the children of Israel. Point blank, period. And how is America established? It was established by the blood, by the genocide of the Native Americans, Mexicans, what they call Mexicans today, all right? Seminole Indians, even though, black, even though the Seminole Indians did not get defeated by um, the American army, okay, but yet they were subject to the same people. Now we all under the umbrella of Babylon the Great, the destruction of our people. Okay, so it says, and when I saw it, and I wondered with great admiration. Why? Because this place was appealing. The Lord used it. And throughout all history, America has been big bad. The great mystery, Babylon the Great, which is further up, was speaking about America. All right, the most hated nation on the planet Earth, bar none. Everything that has been done in the form of corruption. All right, in a corruptible state, has been poisoning the minds of the people, destroying his own citizens, destroying the place of the world. Matter of fact, go back to this real quick. Everything is in the scriptures. Jeremiah 51 and 25. It says, Behold, I'm against thee, O destroying mountain. When the scriptures talk about mountain, it's talking about a government, all right, which destroyeth the whole earth. I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks, and I will make thee a burnt mountain. So this is the headquarters of all wickedness. All right. So I'm here, Revelation. Back was it? No, 11. 11 and 18. It says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. So the kidnapping of Venezuela, President Maduro, that pissed off the nations. All these other overthrow, they had let it slide a bit, but they was pissed off. Now everybody's talking about if they did that to them, to Maduro, in his homeland, it took him out of his, what they could do to us. You had the was it the president of India? I was saying, if we go to the UN meeting, who say they can't take us? All right, who said they can't take us? So everybody's starting to hate the whore. The business deal that these nations have made with America, they reneging. When you look at the speech of Donald J. Trump about Greenland, and he's telling the world what they can do with the military that they have, and talking about the other nations have no other choice but to listen to America. Say we could use military, but we're not going to use. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. We got the greatest military in the world. He's blatantly threatening them. So the nations are pissed off at this. Like, yo, what part Slovakia, what part of the deal is this? You know, they threaten their own allies. It says, and thy wrath has come into in the time of the dead that should be judged. Talking about the other nations. Why are they dead? Because they don't have the law, statutes, and commandments. All right? They're not one of us. They're not alive. The commandments make you alive. And that should us give the reward unto thy servants, thy prophets. What is the reward for the servants of the Lord? Salvation, being saved, being changed. That's the greatest reward you could have. And it says, in the saints, which we establish as the Israelites, and them that fear thy name, which are all of the same, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyeth the earth. And those that destroy the earth is Esau, Edom. All right? They the ones that's destroying this earth. So at the end of the day, they hate this place, and rightfully so. Right? All nations hate this place. Because all nations see the wickedness that's being displayed. They speak of one thing, and they're all about something completely different. So what? So who? How can they trust you? How can any nation trust dealing with America? You can't. All right, you can't. You can't trust this place because they're hypocrites. This is a hypocritical nation, and being the hypocrites that they are, this is the exact reason why Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to wipe this place out. All right, it is just it's plain to see. One more came on my mind. Them Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city is all full of lies and robbery, and the prey departeth not. So America was established by blood. America not only did it establish itself by blood, it still maintained their ideology or their philosophy on shedding the blood of everybody. So what we're seeing has been displayed is America going out there and doing however it pleases, just being a hammer of the earth, being a tool used by whom? It said all wars are bankers' wars. So the people that we don't even can't even mention, well, we can mention them, but the people that we know of, all right, they're finally coming out. The spirit has finally started to let these people be noticed. Talking about, the main family, the Rothschild, the the Shields, all right, all of them, they use America to do what? To hammer down, beat down the other nations. Okay, so this land is full of lies, and it's a consistent lie and robbery. They actually went into another land, ladies and gentlemen, and stole a whole man to bring up some chumped up charge, talking about he's bringing drugs into the United States of America and so forth. And believe in their mind that they could get away with the shit that they're getting away with. So once again, is this place the hero? Heroes don't do shit like that. Hey, they changed the name of the Secretary of Defense, meaning what? To defend itself, to a war. So this land has been the aggressor. So like I said, if you've been siding with America because you live here, you've been in the wrong side of history, right? You've been in the wrong side of history because this is the perfect candidate, the only candidate where the Lord promised to wipe this place out. All right. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nations. Shalom.